Good morning, everyone. How are you this morning? And welcome to our Tuesday morning Business Growth Insights. Lovely to have you joining us this morning. And just bear with me, I'm just looking at all the techie stuff, making sure we've got everything set up. We can see that I'm online, which is fantastic. Guys, if you are joining us for the first time today, I just want to let you know that every single Tuesday morning we come live here. We are live on Facebook in a bunch of different areas. We are live on LinkedIn and YouTube, and I come live to give you some training, some really tangible training in your business that you can take away and you can literally use it in your business, all right? This isn't just, fluff, all right? This is actual really good training, guys. So if you are popping on live today, say g'day. If you're watching the replay, pop hashtag replay in the comments so I can come back and say hello to you. Hello, Helen. How are you, my lovely lady? Thank you for joining us. Guys, if you are watching again, if you're watching for the first time and you haven't seen me and you're wondering who is this chick popping up on your feed, guys, my name is Ali Sugars, and I am the founder and the principal of the Heart and Soul Business Academy. And we have a real passion in the Academy for helping people, particularly those of you who are in a day job, you're wanting to leave that job, or if you've been in business for a little while and you're not getting the results that you want. We help you to build, grow, and scale to the next level. And we focus on four main pillars, which are mindset, motivation, marketing, and momentum. So over these trainings, during these trainings, we kind of touch on every single one of those pillars as we go. Now, today, guys, I have a training for you. It's called All About How to Overcome your lack or fear of tech knowledge. All right, tech knowledge. Technology, guys, right? It is a thing now. And I'm not sure, I think, was it you, Helen? I can't remember who it was. I was having a discussion with you the other day. And you've probably heard this a lot, is that people around my age, in their 50s, we have experienced the biggest growth of technology that there has ever been, right, in the whole of time, right? You know, we have, I can't even think, there's computers, like, put it this way, we, when I was in primary school, and this really does date me, we didn't have computers, right? We had typewriters. I started learning on the really old school manual typewriters, right? And now we've got these things called computers and all this AI stuff and all this technology we've got going on. Right, great topic. Thank you. Hey, Lainey, how are you, darling? Again, if you're popping on, say good day. It's crazy to think how much things have changed in such a small amount of time. I know, right? I know. It is crazy. So what I want to do is address people's, it's not only their lack of knowledge, but also our fear around it as well. I learned shorthand too, Helen. Yes, I did. I learned shorthand. Couldn't remember it to save myself now, but I probably remember a bit of it. But yeah, I learned it. So I want to address that because a lot of people will come to me and they'll say, I want to run a business, but I have to do all these things and I have to learn all this tech. And it scares me. So we're going to address all of that today. So let's get into it. All right. Let me find my side. There we go. All right. So again, I want you please feel free during the training today to pop your opinions, any questions that you have in the comments, and I will address them. If I don't have time to address them here live, I will absolutely come back and comment and reply to you. All right. So the first thing we need to do is identify our fear around technology. Now, what I have discovered is even those of us who are rather, I wouldn't call myself technology or tech savvy. What I would say is that I have taught myself to be someone who's willing to learn. But I did have a massive fear of technology when I first came into this whole thing of business, right? So when we think about these fears, right, they're psychological, guys. So I want you to figure out, why do you have this fear of technology? Is it because people are telling you that it's scary? Does it all look like it's too much, it's too hard, right? So think about these things. Is it more than fear? Okay, now this is going to be a little bit in your face, because when I was putting this presentation together, I actually had to turn it around on myself and I had to go, whoa, okay, this was and sometimes still is me. Okay, so fears are legitimate, and I'm not saying that they're not, but fears are legitimate. But I want you to go deeper. Is it because you're just too lazy to learn? All right, I told you it was in your face, wasn't it? And part of my fear of technology, and I'm going to say that social media was part of that technology. I was just lazy, and because I just went, I can do it without all that. Right now, part of business, guys, is keeping up with the times. Okay, so are you like me and you just went, you know what, I don't need to learn that technology, I can do it without it? Now, in the Heart and Soul Business Academy, we do teach you how to start and run a business without this confusing technology, right? Without all the fancy pants, bells and whistles. But there will come a time in your business when you're going to need it, right? We have to keep up with the times. So rejection, judgment, criticism, overwhelm of something new, all of that, Helen, absolutely. Is it stubbornness, right? Laziness, stubbornness. This was me. I'm not going to use social media. I don't need that. I can build a website, which is tech in itself, right? I can build a website. Everyone's going to come and I'm going to get clients coming out of my wazoo. Not a problem. I was stubborn, guys. I flatly refused to learn social media. I flatly said, no, I've done it without it before. I can do it without it again. And guess what? It didn't work. Because time and the resources and everything had moved on, right? So those of you who don't know, part of my story is that I went away. I've been running businesses for 30 years, but I went away. I had a 10-year break and I went to an old day job for 10 years. And I love this day job. I had a ball, but I left that and I had to come back into the entrepreneurial world. And there's this monster called Facebook. There was all this technology, all these apps, right? And I didn't even realize that you could use social media for Facebook. I didn't for business. I didn't even realize that there were so many apps out there that you could use. I didn't even know what Canva was, right? Most people in business now know what Canva is. Don't tell me what to do. Don't tell me what to do. Yes, that was the stubbornness that I had. Absolutely, that was 100% me. You can't tell me how to run a business. I've been doing it for 30 years. I know what I'm doing. Guess what? Right? If we don't keep up, like you said, Helen, we get left behind. Technophobia, guys. Now, this is not something to laugh about. This is a thing. People have it, right? The definition of this, the dictionary definition of technophobia, is the overwhelming fear of technology and the effects that it has on the environment. And this is for things like computers, things like phones, right? Anything digital or AI, artificial intelligence. This is a legitimate thing. So when I'm saying all of this, right, fear of technology, is it more than fear, laziness, stubbornness? Do you have technophobia? Right? That might be, if you do, if that is something that you have, maybe you can go see a professional about that. Because, right, but at the same time, don't use it as an excuse, right? Don't tell yourself you've got technophobia if you haven't actually got it. It is a thing. I actually know people who are scared of mobile phones, right? Fear of what we don't understand. It can be that too, yes, right? I know people who have a fear of mobile phones, and it literally affects them when they've got a mobile phone in the same room. It's like, I'm not going to pretend to understand it because I don't. All right, so think about those fears. Dig deeper. If you're telling yourself that that I've got a scare, that I'm scared or I have a fear of technology, I want you to look at particularly those first two. Are you being stubborn? Like I was, right? You're just being lazy. I don't want to learn. I can't be bothered. because that's a thing, right? Okay, so instead of having a fear, why not turn that fear into excitement? Turn it into excitement, right? Be excited. Transform that fear into positive energy. So reframe those thoughts, right? Just as with anything new in business, there's a lot of aspects to business, guys, right? So there's a lot of things when we introduce something new into our business, we're going to have a little bit of fear around it. But when you can transform it into positive energy and excitement, oh my goodness, it changes, your whole body changes, right? I know that when I go to do public speaking gigs, right, I have this little bit of fear, right? It comes over my body, but what I've learned is to all the physical aspects that I feel is to channel them and turn them into excitement, right? So if I get a little bit clammy, right, it's like, part of me goes, oh, that's fear. If I start to get shaky, oh, that's fear. But it's like, no, you know what? I'm actually shaking with excitement, right? I'm getting nervous. I've got butterflies in my stomach, but that's excitement of what I'm about to share, right? You can do the same thing with technology. Turn it around. Tell yourself, I'm excited to learn something new. I'm excited about technology. I'm excited as to what it's going to do for my business and how it's going to help improve it, right? Guys, technology, trust me, is going to make things so much simpler in your business, right? So much simpler. Yes, it is absolutely going to free up your time as well. Now, like I have said, yep, keeps us learning. That's right, Parme. Like I have said, yes, you can start a business without all the bells and whistles, and this is what I teach in our academy. But I do also encourage our clients to, as soon as they can, to introduce some technology into their business, because we want to make, like running a business, everybody who is running a business knows that we have to be all the things, right? We have to be the marketer, the salesperson, the social media manager, the finance manager, the CEO, all of that. Then there's so much more arms that we have to do than that. So the more technology that we can introduce into our business, the simpler it makes us, the simpler it makes our business, the better it makes it run, right? And it gives us back so much more time. What I have found, and we are always gradually introducing more technology into our business, right? What I have found is that I have a lot more time to look after my clients, which is what I love to do, right? That's my passion. That's why I do what I do, is because I love to look after my clients and see them succeed. I have a lot more time to be creative and introduce new things into my business where there's no way I would have had time to do that before. And I have more time to do all those things that it requires in business, right? So you free up your time. So what I'm going to suggest is to learn the techie language, right? Technology is not as complicated as we make it out to be. Yes, it takes time to learn, absolutely, right? And it takes time to put into place. Yeah. So what's going to happen is when you take time to learn the technology and learn the language, when you go to do this, it's not so complicated. When you go to do those, those trainings, or you find a YouTube tutorial, you've learned the techie language, right? And if things like, SEO or sales funnels or email marketing, right? Artificial intelligence. If that scares you, go and learn the definitions of the techie language, okay? And so when you go to do this, when you go to those trainings, you are going to understand a whole lot more, and it's not going to be as daunting as you think. Now, trust me, guys, Google is your best friend, if you see something that comes up and you don't know what it means, like there's all these acronyms, right? They come up everywhere. And trust me, I used to work at a school. And, we have dozens of them. And I'd go, what does that mean? And I'd just go look it up and it would tell me, right? Google it, whatever. I do this in business all the time. I've come across things like all the time. And I don't know what they mean. So I just go Google it. And it's like, oh, great. Oh, that's not that difficult. So learn the techie language. Let Google be your best friend. And then when you go to learn it, it's not that overwhelming. You're going to understand a whole lot more. All right? Okay. Guys, age does not matter. This is a big thing. A lot of my clients will come to me and, like me, I came back into this world of entrepreneur, business owner at 45. Was it 45? Yes, it was 45. And I had this overwhelming doubt that I could learn anything new, because why would I start another business at 45? Why do I want to start something new? How am I going to learn all this new stuff again, right? I'm too old for this. All these things is what I was telling me, but trust me, age doesn't matter. A lot of people will say to me, I'm too old to learn new technology. No, you are not. If I can do it, you can do it, right? What I want you to do, I don't care what your age is, right? But this is what I did. I was 45. And I looked back over my 45 years at what I had accomplished and what I'd learned so far. And I couldn't believe what I had learnt. It was absolutely incredible. And like I said at the very start of this, right, people in, I'm Gen X, right? So people in my age group, we have seen the biggest development in technology in any lifetime. And I had, like I mentioned, I've gone from shorthand, Helen, and manual typewriters to the electronic typewriter to the what was it? Commodore 64. I don't even think we had one of them. There was one before that. I don't know. But as the computers have developed, we've gone through all of that, gone through the development of social media, right? Now we're going into the development of AI, of apps, of mobile phones, of all of that, right? So if I think about all that, and I want you to do this too, if you think about all that you have learned and accomplished so far, what's stopping you to go that little bit further? Think about that. When I realized that, I was like, oh, I actually am quite an intelligent person. I have learned a lot. I'm not too old to learn more. And so I went for it. I did. I literally went for it. So your willingness to learn will determine your success. So how willing are you to learn new stuff in your business? Thank you, Helen. That's so right when you put it like that. It's amazing when you look back, and this is for younger people as well. I know that, what's my children are almost in their 30s. My son's turning 30 this month. And I know that there's a lot of stuff in his life alone that's developed, right? But your willingness to learn will determine your success. Going right back to the first point, right? Why are you, if you are avoiding technology, why are you avoiding it? Or are you on the flip side of that and you're really determined to learn something new, to keep up with the times, to implement it into your business when you're ready, right? But don't let that be an excuse either. So how willing are you to learn something new to help you be a success in business? Good morning, Lucia. How are you, darling? Don't allow your age to be an excuse, guys. I got to be honest, I know people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s starting businesses, running businesses, doing something new, learning the technology. Right? Age is just a number. There's no excuse, right? Yes, 45 is midlife. but I know people a hell of a lot more mature. I was going to say the other word, but more mature than me, and they're making it happen. Right? And I'm so proud of these people, and a number of these people are my clients. Right? So age doesn't matter. So don't let it be an excuse. Live a little. Amen, sister. Also, you can learn from the experts, right? Make sure that you learn from the experts. I just want to go back to actually to say, talk about when we talk about age doesn't matter, right? And this is kind of speaks to, excuse me, speaks to, I don't know, I've lost my train of thought. Anyway, when I came back into the business world, I decided to start a podcast. It was called the Purple Warriors podcast. We ran for about a year. But when I decided I was going to start that, I hired someone to set it up because I was scared of the tech. I hired someone to set it up. And then I had to learn. It was either a choice of me paying this person, which I didn't have the funds to do at the time on a weekly basis to do all the, while I recorded the podcast, I did do all the editing, uploading, and all of that stuff, and marketing. But all of that technology, I had to learn how to do it. Right. The first of all, it started off being a voice podcast, a voice recording. Then it went to a video podcast. I had to learn to do voice editing. Then I had to learn how to do video editing. Then I had to learn how to upload it, where to upload it, how to market it, all of that stuff. That's all technology, guys. There was a moment when I said to myself, and I told myself for months on end that I was going to learn how to edit videos. And I kept telling myself that it was too hard. And then one day I woke up and I went, no, stuff this. I'm going to learn how to edit a video. Guys, I got a hold of a tutorial and it took me 2 hours. That's it. 2 hours to learn. And then I was off and running. So that's that. And that was at the age of 47. There you go. So there you go. All right. Okay. Learning from the experts. Let's move on. So first of all, decide what technology is necessary, right? There are a lot of people out there who will tell you that you need all the bells and whistles to start your business. Guys, that is not true, right? If you are someone who believes that, you want some technology to be able to start your business, not a problem, right? But what is your business model and what is going to suit you? Every single business is different. Right? That's why in the Heart and Soul Business Academy, we don't stick to, a generic model. It's like I understand that every business is different. So I will guide you in what technology that I would suggest you implemented into your business, right? So what's necessary? And you don't have to do it all at once, guys. You just implement a little bit at a time. We've been running this business for, this business, Heart and Soul Business Academy, for 3 years now. And every month we're introducing something new, right? A little bit of technology, something new to help our business run better. But it's what's necessary at the time. Yes, you don't have to do it by yourself. There are so many great tutorials out there. Absolutely, Helen, there are too. That's right. Now, remember too that you're not the only learner, right? When you do decide what technology you want to implement into your business, right, it's highly likely that you might need guidance on this, okay? And so this is when you can go out and you can source tutorials, courses, mentors, things like that, okay? Because like I said, every business is different. And I am in a mastermind at the moment. I'm learning AI, and oh my God, the things that I'm learning are incredible. The things that I can now pass on to my clients about AI is phenomenal. Absolutely incredible, right? But what I'm finding is that I'm not the only one who has these, a little bit of scarcity about AI, a little bit of overwhelm about what it can do and how I can use it in my business. In this mastermind, I'm turning up and I'm showing up, and there's a class there that we do once a week, and I'm loving listening to everyone else's stories and their successes and their doubts and their fears and their worries, because guess what? We are all the same, and we're all learning together. So when you go to do these tutorials, or you go to source, mentors or courses and things like that, remember, you're not the only one learning. And something that I love to tell my academy clients is that there's no such thing as a dumb question. Never, because it's highly likely that you're not the only one that has it, right? So take classes, either group or self-paced. This is in the academy. This is what we do. we do a little bit of both, right? So there's self-paced courses, but we also have coaching sessions where you can come and get coaching from me, right? Ask me questions. So it's not just leaving you to it, okay? But take classes. Remember that you're not the only people that are learning, okay? And this training that I'm doing with AI at the moment, it is absolutely friggin' incredible. I'm so excited to pass it on to my clients. Literally this morning talking to Parme, my VA, about how about what we're going to implement in the next couple of months. Helen, asking for help will save so much time. And that's the thing too, guys. You don't have to do it all alone. There's something that I tried to do at the start of my business, was do it all alone. And guess what? I got nowhere. Absolutely nowhere by trying to do it alone, because I'd had that 10-year break. I didn't understand all the new stuff that had come out. But it was the minute that I decided to hire a mentor that I actually got any results, guys. And that is the honest to God truth, because she had been there through that development of technology, through that development of social media, of business. That whole time that I had been away, she'd been going through the motions and learning all the steps herself. So she was able to teach me a step. And this is what I love, that I can now, because I've been through the same process, I can now go and teach my clients, right? So, guys, if you are someone who is wanting more information, if you're wanting to learn more, not only about tech, but the ways that you can start and run your business without a lot of tech, but how to implement it and when to implement it, I'd love to invite you to come and have a chat with me about the Heart and Soul Business Academy. It is our birthday month, guys. We are 3 this November. Boom. I know, I'm very, very excited because it's my birthday month as well, but I'm not going to tell you how old I am. You probably figure it out by what I've said today. But anyway, but we have a beautiful birthday special on. So the Academy, it's very easy to access. We are always adding more content. We have up-to-date strategies that we are, as I mentioned, updating all the time. Thank you, Helen. Happy birthday to the Academy. And our birthday special is that when you join in November, you will get 10% off the joining fee, as well as an extra $1,000 worth of bonuses. Now, if you would like more information on the Academy itself, feel free to pop the word Academy in the comments, and I will get a hold of you. We'll jump on a Zoom call together. I want to learn about you and your business, what your goals and aspirations are. If you don't have a business and you want to have one, let's chat. Let's run through some ideas, okay? Just pop the word Academy in the chat, and you will, as long as you book for a call in November, you will be eligible for that special. Guys, one more thing I want to mention is that every single person, when someone joins the Heart and Soul Business Academy, I'm really, really proud that we donate 5% of all proceeds to Rise Up Australia, which is a beautiful charity that helps support people who are going through domestic and family violence. That's my history, and I'm really, really proud to be donating to this beautiful, amazing cause. So, guys, again, if you would like more information, if you would like to be eligible for that birthday special, pop Academy in the comments. We'll be in contact with you. We'll book a Zoom call, and you know, it's no obligation. We'll just have a chat. So, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. It's been wonderful. I hope to see you in that Zoom chat, and I will also see you next Tuesday. In the meantime, go and have some fun with some new tech. Go and have some fun. And if you're wanting to learn tech, I'm here to help you. Hey, Kat, how are you, beautiful? All right, no worries. So I will talk to you all soon. Have a fantastic rest of your week, guys. Catch you later. Bye.